Hey Scorpio, this is Trish with Mutable Waters Tarot, where I acknowledge that if I want to see change in the world, that the change begins with me. So today we're going to be doing a collective energy check-in to see if there's any guidance or any advice for the upcoming month or anything to look out for. I pray to the angels, guides, spirits to watch over this reading and keep any evil, negative, ill intent away from here and send it back to sender. Also to help me give clear and accurate information and help me to see and read what it is that Scorpio needs for their greatest and highest good. Thank you, guides and spirits. I'm going to be using this Shaman's Dream Oracle to begin and get a card from them. Let's see what we got. One card for Scorpio, please. No, not 5 cards for Scorpio. One card for Scorpio, please. We have got a tidy house, clarity and organization. It is a 1. Let's see what it has to say. It says, if your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life and the energy of the objects you surround yourself with. Basically everything in your surroundings. Now is the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. Ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of the sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your world. Say what you mean and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street. If you know you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there is a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty you are on the right path. Very nice. Being that it's spring, it's probably time for some spring cleaning all around. Being also that it's a new moon and an eclipse, it's a good time to clean out a lot of things. Khaleesi, no. Sorry, I have a Pomeranian. She gets into everything. As soon as she sees my attention somewhere else, there she goes. I also have a daughter who is a Scorpio. So, anytime you hear the birds go off, it's because she's either coming in or coming out the house. They love to talk, and I like to talk to her most. You Scorpios, y'all are full of energy. Alright, so let's put some energy in these cards, Spirit, and let's tell Scorpio what they need to know for their highest good. Let's begin. I'm just going to lay the cards out and then we will talk about it. just had a record I was reading over again because I got 15 minutes in and my phone decided that my storage was too full. Cards are all in all, it looks pretty positive. It looks like, to begin with, in your personal development, it looks like you have walked away from something. Maybe an earth sign. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn gentleman. Although it still seems that they're an obstacle to you. But it is also showing that either you're starting out on a new path, being that the Page of Wands is here, or you have started some new path towards something different. The Page of the King of Pentacles is still causing some sort of block from what you walked away from. Let's see exactly. Let me clarify it. Alright, what is this? 8 of Cups for Scorpio. Got the Chariot, and the Chariot is also about moving, so we get that you moved away from something. What is this King of Pentacles about? So, you moved away from a commitment that you made to an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn person. What is this Page of Wands about? No guidance from Scorpio. Okay. So we've got death, rebirth in the reverse position. So this is showing that the cycle isn't over yet. You haven't closed it fully out. So I'm not sure exactly why it's not being closed out yet, but we'll move on to the next. In your home and family life, it shows that you have a water sign in Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio person in the home, or it could be representing you being a water sign, strong, loyal, committed. But it shows that your obstacle is the Ten of Pentacles, which is normally a very happy card. But for some reason, there's a problem with this, and it could be an obstacle because of what happened over here. We will see. And then in the guidance from Source and Spirit, it's saying that you're having memories from someone from the past person, when times were good and things were sweet and all those good things, all those good times that you shared, etc., etc., etc. Let's see, what is this King of Cups about? It's the Eight of Cups in reverse. So it's somebody that you have not walked away from. Okay. What is this Ten of Pentacles in the obstacle position about then? The Hanged Man. So you're taking a moment to just turn upside down and look from a different perspective at things. Let's see what the Six of Cups is about. Yeah. Okay. So the Six of Cups is saying, basically you've got a lot of choices. I see earth, I see water, I see fire, I see air. So you've got all of them on the board. So yeah, you have a lot of choices. So what Source is suggesting is that you pick a choice. Take the time out. Either stay or go, whichever way you do, but you're definitely moving away from something. Something else you're not moving away from. But on the other side, you've got love coming in and death. So over here, the death was in the upside down. So I'm going to keep going onto this part because you've got a love offer coming in. The only obstacle with this, and this is in the romance and partnership part, they all seem to be. It's probably because you're all water signs. Everything has to do with love. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You could be embodying this, but if it's in the obstacle position, I don't see why. So maybe because there's the divine counterpart here in the obstacles with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant all being in the obstacle position, the relationship that maybe you're walking away from has been the reason for the obstacle. What Spirit is saying is that you're going to have to put it to death. Not to death in, you know, necessary terms. Like, don't go killing anybody. Please don't do that. Because if you do, then somebody's going to come to me and then, you know, we're going to have problems. It's not that. Nobody's going to die. Basically, it's meaning, like, the relationship needs to be done, healed, moved past. Because over here, it was upside down. You need to turn it upside right to close out the cycle, so that way you can get the new cup of love and possibly pick the choice, because it looks like you have something else over here. Would you move forwards over here? So let's see, what is this Ace of Cups about for Scorpios here? Three of Wands. Yeah, you're just waiting for your ships to come in. And you're going to be waiting on them until you put something to death. Not to death. Finish the cycle off. Who is this Queen of Pentacles? In the obstacle position for Scorpio. Who is the Queen of Pentacles. That's just too many. I'm not taking all of those, Spirit. I just need one. I'm not going to tell a story. Who is the Queen of Pentacles, please? I mean, I could. The Knight of Pentacles. Right, like you have a whole family here of Pentacles. Okay, you got the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, obstacles. What is this death about here? In the source guidance area. No food. Yeah. You gotta close out this cycle so you can start over. And then free fall into the universe and be like, I know you got me. I'm gonna do this. YOLO. What happens, happens. What doesn't, doesn't. You know? Like, sometimes it's hard to let things go. But that's what causes blockages for the things that are meant for you to come in. And if whatever it is that you're trying not to let go of is meant for you, when it gets fixed and works itself out, like there's some awakening that maybe needed to be done in this card here. Like they need to get to the top of the stairs. Maybe by the time they get to that place, y'all can meet back up and it can be meant to be, but I just say get it and then see what comes in for you. Okay, moving on to work and finance. If we can get some work and finance out of this. You've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there's some kind of communication that's being blocked right now. Somebody could be watching your social media. Or there's, well, with Mercury retrograde coming up this month, it could just be that some kind of, something that you're waiting for is being delayed. Because of the Mercury retrograde. So like something that was meant to come in will be late or delayed until, you know, things start to process correctly. But in the obstacle, it's showing the Three of Swords. So again, it's turning back to love. So I'm sorry this ended up being a whole love reading, and probably for the month of June, I'm just going to do everybody's straight love or general, whatever it turns into, because they all end up in love. Everybody wants love, right? If you don't have love, you don't have money. If you don't have money, you don't have love. It just, they balance each other for some reason. Your love is good, your money is good. Your money is good, your love is good. Just, it's a balance. So anyways, Spirit's saying to focus on the star. Whatever that wish is, whatever your dream life is, whatever it is in your life that you truly desire and want, focus on it and like go for that. Like just keep going towards that. All this other stuff that's not meant for you, just cut it out, because there's offers that want to come in, but this might even be blocked because you're not letting something go, the love and all that. Let's see, what is this? Knight of Swords about? The Page of Pentacles. Okay. Some kind of money. A very small amount of money, but maybe somebody's sending you some money in the mail. Like, maybe you're getting a credit for something you overpaid or some small offer. What is the Three of Swords about? In the obstacle department. Heartache causes problems all over, in all areas. Just, you can't flow, you cannot manifest, you cannot do these things unless you're whole. Just doesn't work like that. You cannot jump from one relationship to the next if you're not healed either, you know what I mean? Because it's just going to carry over. Alright, now the Knight of Swords is in the upright. So Spirit is saying if you can heal the heartache, then the Knight of Swords, which could be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, can come forward. Right here it's blocked. Probably because you're not dealing with the heartbreak of this over here. So if you deal with this, then that can come in. And then you can head towards the star. Let's see, what is this star about? Star, please. Star, star, star. What is this star about? What is this star about for Scorpio, please? Okay. Alright. Spirit is saying the only way you're going to get the star is basically if... Okay. So for somebody, you've been in a state of crying over spilled milk and fighting at all costs, like I'm going to win at all costs, or somebody else has been. Or this could be two separate people. One's crying over spilled milk and the other one's going to win at all costs. And this one could be crying because this one over here wants to win at all costs. Either way, one's a water sign, one's an air sign. Either way, whatever situation that is causing you trouble, you've got to move away from it. At the beginning of the month, you've got to dead it, cut it, so you can have this and this and this, and you can be this. Because everything else is just, you're spending your energy over something that you can't control. You can't control others and what they do. You can only control yourself. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, like if I want to see change in the world or the people around me, I know that the change has to begin with me. Because the way that I see the world is a reflection of how I feel on the inside. And the better that you feel, the better that you're going to attract others. Like your vibrational level will attract people.